It sequeled. It's another It movie. We did It Follows. Probably next week we're going to do It, I guess. Let's see a sequel to Anthony whatever's Buschetti. Whoever's doing the next It movie.
I don't know who the director
Guy who did
is.
Mama.
The mama.
Yeah.
He's the papa.
Yeah. Well, let's just say I'm going to challenge you. No, I'm just kidding. But no, we did It Follows. Now we're doing It Comes at Night. Thanks for your suggestion. We read our comments, our 3 comments per video. Mm-hmm. Love it. Thank you so much, though, guys. Really appreciate it, though. But It Comes at Night. This is a tough one. It just came out recently. Luckily, we did see it in theaters. A lot of people might not have got a chance, but you're lucky. We love cinema. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do you think of It Comes at Night? I
really liked It Comes at Night when I saw it in theaters. Mm-hmm. When I think about it right now, this is about 3 months out.
Right.
It's not, it was there. I liked it. Mm-hmm. I'm not really, don't ever plan on watching it again.
Right.
My whole life.
There were just a couple questions I had, I guess, though, on it. I did like it. It did great at building suspense, but I forget, when they got infected, were they essentially zombie-esque, or did they have to kill them on the spot, or did they just die?
We don't know.
Okay.
I think they just die eventually.
Okay.
But also they're creepy and they're bleeding from all their. It's like Ebola. That's
gotcha.
An advanced.
So
Ebola.
They're gonna die, but most likely they killed their family then, right?
Huh?
Or they're gonna die if they catch this disease.
You're just gonna die.
Okay.
But your family offs you because you're contagious as hell. So
gotcha. So because it kind of affects where I want to go with the sequel so far. Okay. All right. So where would I go with the sequel? Do I bring back Sarah and Paul? Paul, played by powerful Joel Edgerton, who's just on a roll lately. Not necessarily with his Netflix original movie with David Ayer, I'd say. I don't know about that one yet, but coming off The Gift though.
Bright.
Yeah.
It's the movie.
Bright. There we go. Yeah. With this movie though, so they're not going to come back. Yeah. But their house is in the movie. So far though, the sequel, I imagine a younger couple, kind of in their late 20s, I'd say. Maybe around the same age as the couple who kind of got offed at the end of It Comes at Night. Mm-hmm. Let's just call them Mary and Joe. We'll just call them Mary and Joe for now. They're John Doe and Mary whatever. Yeah. That's just their names for now, but they have now started running the house. We don't even have to give them names, actually. I kind of like movies where you're not given names. They could be just known as the farmer or something.
The girl, the
boy. It doesn't matter in a post-apocalyptic world too much. It might bring humanity.
Yeah, and you might not want to give your name to, other people.
Mm-hmm.
Just yo.
What's the point? We're going to die anyways. So I imagine them, though, now taking over the farm. What happens to Sarah and Paul? We don't know. But it's taking place at their house though. So far, that same nice house
they got infected. I'm just gonna be honest here.
I'll reveal it though. So I kind of have the sequel all laid out. Throw in your thoughts or ideas what you would change though.
All right.
Do you have any idea where you'd go with the sequel?
I just wouldn't have the main characters from I wouldn't have anyone from the first movie be in it. I would just make it about in the same kind of world where it's there's this dangerous disease. Mm-hmm. There's this outbreak. There's also a post-apocalyptic vibe of scavengers. Uh-huh. I would go along the lines of that, but I would try and do something cool with it and also learn a little bit more about the virus itself.
Gotcha. Okay. I like it, yeah.
So that's what I do, but that's just roughly.
Yeah. Downfall with It Comes at Night, though. I don't need to know what's going on, but I was just damn, what is the it, though, that comes at night? It's just the fear, I guess, and a dream, bad nightmare.
Paranoia.
Yeah. But I still actually don't really want to explain what the hell It Comes at Night. Same thing with It Follows, my sequel for that.
Would this one be It Came at Night? What would this one be?
Oh, that though, I did not do well. I don't know what I would call It Comes at Night.
It Comes at Night too.
Again, or it still comes at night. Yeah.
It comes.
Go that route.
It comes.
Yeah. I miss crazy sequel titles, what happened to I Know What You Did Last Summer again and stuff. Yeah. Or Sometimes They Come Back for More, those kind of movies.
Is that a movie?
I think the original one's called Sometimes They Come Back, and then they made Sometimes They Come Back ... again, and then the third one was called Sometimes They Come Back for More.
It Comes at Night again.
Yeah. Miss those titles. Let's bring those back. So this new family that I said, Mary and Joe, right? Yeah. So Mary and Joe, they're taking over this farm, and I kind of imagine them being like a nice couple overall. They are welcoming to letting people in. They're actually kind of obnoxious with this new farm though. They're always setting up fires. They have like a campfire going off that's alerting other people. They're really loud at their place. Like their generator, they kind of use it a little too much, more than they should, and stuff. So it kind of attracts a lot of people coming in. Luckily though, everyone that comes in has been pretty nice so far. They have had to kill a couple people. Maybe the opening of the movie can be an intense scene where they're like in the middle of a fight with two other like redneck dudes trying to break in or something. But from there though, so overall I just see them kind of taking over the farm, and they're meeting all these faces. And with this though, I see a new family moving in. They have like a young child, and again, kind of bring that back in, because like that was actually really intense, like them having a kid and stuff. Like when a kid's sick, you don't know what you're gonna do or how you're gonna react to it. Yeah, I overall like just see like kind of turmoil, of course, with like the paranoia of just like whether or not they're getting sick. I don't like the dream sequences were cool, but I just want it to be a little more intense, like with like just like weird dialogue where they say like subtleties, like not lying, because like I forget the curly haired guy's name in the movie, but he like kind of was always getting caught in lies overall in the first It Comes at Night.
Christopher Abbott's character.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
Well, that's the actor.
Yeah,
but
yeah, but like that always helps. Yeah. And then what's it called? So with this new couple though, and their kid with them, like they're getting paranoid that there is something wrong with the people who have taken over the house, and like there's something that they're not being told. So one day when they're like out hunting, maybe looking for food or something, and just being loud as fuck, like, and after them just getting pissed off with all these other people finding the place that are dangerous possibly, they start exploring the house, and they find a secret room, and Sarah and Paul are in there. Yeah, they've been there the whole time. They've been there the whole time. They got taken down by this family that now runs the place. They've been tied up and stuff. And I like kind of came up with a premise. I thought it'd be like sick. I like
that. That's a sick twist.
I thought it'd be sick if like maybe like this family lost their kid or something. And with Sarah and Paul, like they lost their kid at the end of It Comes at Night. Maybe they're forcing them to have a kid or something. That way they can all like have an adoptive. But then I realized it's Don't Breathe. Yeah. And I was like, fuck. So this is kind of where I got lost, but I just thought that was a cool concept and the cool twist.
It reminds me slightly of The Walking Dead when what's his name?
Oh yeah,
Herschel.
Herschel, right?
So Herschel's farm, when they find out like, oh shit, he has the zombies in the freaking barn, like, and you're just like, oh my god, like that was an awesome twist. It kind of reminds me a little bit of that. I think the best qualities of It Comes at Night are like the suspense, and I think what the film was lacking was some type of twist like that. I mean, you have like the rising action where like the kid gets sick and like that, but I think it would be cool to have like a twist in that same environment. So this could definitely do that. Yeah,
it had It Comes at Night had everything I wanted in a movie. It had great like cinematography, dialogue was fantastic, performances were great, and overall great story and concept. But it was just missing something, like you said. Like whether it was a twist or just like maybe one last like beat to like kind of push it a little further. It was just missing that one thing. And I think like you can kind of play it off as doing that same thing, but when you take it up a notch, like that's a cool way of like just bringing them back overall. But like it's not like, it doesn't feel cheap in my opinion, just because like you could go cheaper in a way, but I feel like that's not cheap. I just think that like, oh crap, they've been there the whole time and they've been tied down and just got taken over stuff.
Reminds me of this movie that I've always wanted to remake, but it's like a TV movie from the 80s or 70s called Bad Ronald. And it is like kind of a crappy movie, but it's about this little kid who's like kind of always gets bullied, and like he's a mama's boy. And he like accidentally, this girl starts making fun of him, and he starts like fighting with her, and then he accidentally pushes her, and she like breaks her head and like she dies like on impact. She hits like the floor and dies, and then he like accidentally killed her. So he like goes and tells his mom, and his mom's like, okay, and then she boards up his room in the house and shit. Like she just says that he disappeared. Like when the cops come by, like, oh, I don't know where he went, he ran away. And then he just lives in the walls of their house. And then his mom gets sick. She passes away. And now he's just living in like the walls of this house. And like a new family moves into the house.
Yeah, that's tight. I didn't realize.
It's a cool concept of a film. And I've always wanted that to be remade. It just kind of reminded me of yours.
Basically, The Boy, I guess, kind of remade that and just like kind of ripped it off in a way. Not remade it, but
I didn't watch The Boy, but I did hear that. And I was like, oh man, that's like the story that I kind of
The boy was
going to
dorky, but I'll admit that twist was fucking awesome, and I don't think anyone really saw that coming. But like, it sounds like they just ripped off a movie that not that many people know about.
It's a TV movie that not that many people have seen. You can find at like horror conventions, like that have all that bootleg stuff. You can get it that way. That's pretty much the only way to get it.
Cool.
But I dig it. I like anything where anyone's living in the walls.
Yeah,
that's my shit right there.
Yeah, but like against their will and can't really do anything. They can't make noise. They're tied up somehow, maybe duct taped. I don't know how, but I'd like the concept maybe of like the family who's now taken over the house. They're like really sick and twisted to where they put them strategically in a place where they see them like living it up and stuff. Maybe like where they're like fucking up their house or something. Where like desecrated like the family portrait photo or something, or they're sleeping in their bed and stuff, and they're forced to like watch them every day and night or something.
Oh my god, that's pretty dark. But I think that's a cool. I think you definitely did something cool that I haven't been able to do in a while with some of my sequels. So
you had a tough one though last week, but also we haven't done a thriller in a while. So actually, this was fun. Like we've been doing comedies for the past couple weeks, and I think it was since It Follows, that was my last one, and Green Room was your last one. And I guess it's time for me to challenge you this week. Keep your suggestions coming, guys. We'll get to them eventually. This week, though, is going to be the first time I'm challenging you, Blaise, for past 2 weeks, I'd say. Movie that we both love a lot, though. You might know as I describe it a little more. We aren't getting a sequel. I think we are getting a reboot, but I'd like to see a sequel to it. Then it's an easy movie to make a sequel to. It's one of my favorites. We got The Warriors right here. I got the DVD right here also, and also I got the VHS tape as well. But yeah,
I'm gonna. You can get that to stand.
Let's see.
All right, that didn't work out.
It's coming falling down. Yeah.
I got you. I am excited to talk about this movie. I've always loved The Warriors. I love like the comic book influences, and it was never based on a comic book.
Yeah, that's actually only this version, the Ultimate Edition. This is the first one I saw. I think you bought this for me actually for my like birthday or something. You're just like, oh, you haven't seen The Warriors, you need to check it out. And you just bought it for me, and I fucking loved it. But the VHS one, when I watched that one, actually, there's no comic stuff in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's only in the Ultimate Director's
Well, that's the edition I'm going to be watching. I love those influences. I've always felt like The Warriors was just a great story. And could be like kept on, but I'd love to do like a different kind of imagining. I know they're doing a TV show, Hulu is now, with the Russo brothers. And I'm not really interested in that.
I still feel like it's not going to come out too. They're too busy with so much shit that like it's going to move to different directors or I mean, a TV show sounds cool, but I feel like it might lose its purpose. I'd rather a mini series or just a movie.
Yeah, definitely. Anyways, next week we're going to be talking the sequel to The Warriors 2. So buckle up. Let's get this going.
Can you dig it?
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?